Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I think we're all set now. Should start to see some of the students checking in. I'm actually going to post on the remind right now, see if we can get everybody to get in. Say good to go, log on. There's a few of you guys. So far, everybody that's logged on was with us last Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So Aubrey, it says last time I never got a notification. Do you mean that this YouTube video is going to happen or what? Oh, for the live event? Yeah, if you're subscribed to my channel, I don't think I set up notifications of when we're going to go live. I think the only notifications that I sent out were via the Remind app. And so if you didn't see it on the Remind app, then it might have been a surprise. I'll have to figure out how to set up notifications for when we're going to go live. Ella, hey, you got to forgive me. I'm slow. I'm old. I got to figure out how to do all this kind of stuff. Well, Emily says she gets notifications when I go live, maybe right when I go live, but I wonder if you can set up notifications to be like 15 minutes before. So I tried to send out that remind 5 minutes before if people are still bumming around their house. A couple of you got some sweet usernames or channel names. Hint, hint. There may be some questions in the Kahoot at the end. So I'm not going to be saying any channel names because you might need to know who they are for the Kahoot quiz. So if you don't want to give away any free points to other people and win the Kahoot quiz, don't say who you are if your channel name doesn't have your name in it already. So just kind of dropping a little hint for what's coming later with the Kahoot quiz. Got 17 people in here so far. Yesterday, I think there were 52 different users, 40 at the most at one time. So I'm going to hang out for another minute or two since I got such a late start to see if we can get a few more people logging in. Feel free to throw your comments up there. Remember, since I'm the only person you can see, sorry about that, just your comments are what are driving the YouTube live. That makes this better than a regular YouTube video. So go ahead and throw those comments up there as much as you want to. Keep an eye out too. I did send a text out maybe an hour or two ago to Mr. Keene, to Mrs. Clark, even to the fourth grade teachers from last year, Ms. Verhaeg, and Mr. Lip, and Miss Rose in the office. Just told them that I'd be online tonight, and so kind of have an eye out for them, see if they've got a post up there. Maybe they'll say hey to everybody. So far, I've gotten just students so far, but you may see them up there as well. Well, we're going to get started with the video. Feel free to keep talking in the sidebar there. One of my first questions today, just like last week, I want to hear from you guys on some topics. It was awesome today. And if you didn't see my remind message earlier today, students, don't forget, if you have a cell phone, sign up for my reminds and you'll get those text messages as well. You can text at Mr. Nitz to the number 81010. So the at sign, Mr. Nitz, all lowercase, no caps. And you can send it to 81010. My picture of the sunshine today was really awesome to get some good weather today. My family got to spend some time outside, played some baseball with Zeke, trimmed the trees in my backyard. And actually, all of us went down to Stony Creek and played some disc golf and just walked around. It was awesome. The weather was great. It's kind of nice to go to somewhere like Stony Creek because even though there's a lot of people there, but it's so spread out, so you could still kind of be quarantined from everybody and not worrying about being too close to a bunch of other people. So that was a really fun trip for my family. Absolutely the most amount of time we've spent outside since school's been out. So it was really nice to do that. Even drove to Costco and bought gas for $1.14. So parents, go get your gas tanks filled tonight at Costco. And so it was just really nice to be spending some time outside today. I've been trying to learn a lot more about some other online platforms that school might start using. So if you didn't see my YouTube video from yesterday about how to set up Schoology, definitely get that rolling, because that's how we're probably going to start to use much more for instruction and letting kids know what to do. I want to be able to start posting some videos on there as well. So far right now, it's just schoolwork content. And it's got better descriptions than that little paper that I gave you. Mrs. Clark and I put that paper together in a hurry on that last Friday. And so we're able to give a lot more thought, description, detail, and help on that as well. So check that out. I know that a lot of other businesses and other groups are starting to use other apps like Zoom later today. Zeke's going on to the Zoom app and another app to watch church online with the high schoolers and junior hires from our church. The church where my wife works, the Woods Church, we've been doing a lot of our stuff online. So we watched a little 12-minute video that they're putting out every day at the Woods Church, as well as we watched it Sunday online. A lot of people are, using FaceTime and all kinds of apps to just stay connected to people. So I would definitely encourage you to do that. And Zoom is limited to how many people can go on it, so it won't really work real well for our whole classroom. But we might start to find some other apps that we can use to do that. So go on Schoology. For example, the race questions with your book Hatchet that you're reading. I have added some different questions and kind of some more description about that. So it's going to be a better avenue for you to use to know about what work you need to do. Last thing for schoolwork today, you should be writing your narrative piece this week. And actually, I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section right now about your stories. Give us like a one sentence or a couple words. What is your narrative about? I know many of you last week had talked about wanting to write a story about the coronavirus or about quarantine or about something like that, whether it was going to be just a real life story. So what are you guys writing about? I would love to hear your topics. I know that you guys are great creative writers, and so I'm looking forward to seeing those and hearing those. So what is your topic going to be? Really, by now, you should be kind of moved into it pretty far, and you should be rolling with that. Just so you know, if any of you guys try to share something in the comment section that asks people to subscribe to your channel or mentions anything about going to another one, it blocks it out for everybody. So, Stray Nation, sorry, we can't subscribe to you through that because it's blocked out. Next, and for a couple minutes, I want to give you guys a little bit of a tour of my house and kind of see some of the things that have been going on in the Nitz house. Normally I wouldn't do that with my students, but we've been, stuck inside for so long. So just want to show you guys a little bit about what's going on at our house. So Zeke's going to grab the laptop here and I'll show you a few things going on. First one is right here in my kitchen. We actually don't eat a lot of meals at our table. This is my wife, Jenny, and my daughter, Kylie. And if Zeke shows the table, you can see the stack of puzzles and a stack of board games. This is we do eat on here, but it's usually on the puzzles. Yeah, eating on puzzles or playing board games here and hanging out. So you can see the stacks that are up. We've been having a lot of fun with that. I want to take you outside. So Zeke's going to follow me outside. So one of the great things about my backyard is that you can see that's the Briarwood field right over there. And so we've got a lot of space to, play games and play sports, go for a walk even without leaving the house. Over here, just a bunch of my trees. You can see a big old pile of brush over there. I was trimming trees today and working outside. Just beautiful weather. Some time to spend outside. So I mentioned going disc golfing earlier today at Stony Creek. And so what I've done is, if you can see way out there in the field, I've set up a basket. And so I want to show you guys kind of what it looks like when I play disc golf. So I'm gonna chuck a couple out here and see if I can get one in that basket or close to it. So I'll throw a few out there. Ooh, first one, not bad. Not so good. Oh, just off. Throw some this way. But I know you guys always hear me talking about disc golf, so I wanted to show you a little bit of what that looks like. Been trying to get outside to spend as much time as I can doing whatever it is. So I can walk you right over here. Been having some fun messing with my garden. So I love my garden. I pruned my raspberries this week, stirred up some of the soil, got it going. And so I even planted some seeds inside. So I'm going to take you inside. We're going to go over to my desktop. And so we're going to get set up on that Kahoot in just a minute. So if you have your other device, get ready to roll that, and we'll get that Kahoot going. Follow me. All right, so here is the Kahoot code that you need. So you can see that number on the screen, 867-2293. And so you can get that ready to go. And we'll see as you guys start to log in. Last time, I think that we got up to about 20. Actually, I think we're at like 17 people playing. So log into the Kahoot and get it rolling. See if we can get our peeps coming in there. Oh, there's one. Don't know who Silver Bear is. Maybe you can identify yourself in the comment section there if you want to. We've got a zany chicken, a glowing ferret. These must be, it's got a description and then an animal name after it. These must all be, you guys must have all decided ahead of time to do this because every person coming in. All right, we're up to 11. I think if the timer goes down to 0 before anybody joins in, it's going to log us out. So we're rolling at 15, 7 seconds. Oh, there's another one. Good. Try to give it a few more seconds. Last time, I remember a couple of people said they couldn't get in, so we'll try to give them the full time. You got 6 more seconds, though. Somebody needs to get in. They want to. All right. Well, here we go. This is not me when I was a kid, but here it is. All right, I told you it's going to be some fraction questions. What is it worth? 3.5, 5 halves, 7 halves, 6 halves, or 2 sevenths? What is 3.5 worth? Running out of time. All right. Looks like we need to do some review of mixed numbers, improper fractions. 4 people did get it right. All right. On to question number 2. Got some more fractions coming. Adding fractions. Can you butterfly method this one in your head or change them into the same denominator? Somebody answered like in the first 1 second. They either just did it in their head or just took a random guess. There's 1/2 plus 1/3. It's kind of weird when they're not stacked up like normal. All right, we're kind of all over the place. Got a few more moves on the board here. Now we're multiplying fractions. What do you do when you multiply fractions? What do you do with the numerators and denominators? I think that guy doesn't know what to do. Two-fifths, 1/5, 5/6, or 1/6. There we go. A little better. Ooh, a couple people moving up. Subtracting fractions. So remember, you follow the same rules for adding, but you're just going to subtract those fractions. So whether you butterfly or whether you change them into equivalent fractions, what do you remember about subtracting fractions? 1/2 minus 1/3. All right, I'm getting a little better here. Movement. Oh, yeah, quite a bit of movement. 3 players just got to their 3 in a row. Last fraction question. Ooh, this one is going to be a bonus. We have not done dividing fractions unless you have learned it on your own. How do you divide fractions? Think about the dividing as like the opposite of multiplying. So maybe there's something else you can do. Answers are trickling in a little more. Maybe you can get rid of wrong answers in your head. All right, a little bit of everything there. It's going to be some movement, I bet. There's 4 in a row for a bronze shark. We set up friendly names, by the way. That's everybody. All right, here they come. YouTube channels. Who is Stray Nation? Twelve of you knew it. Oh, almost everybody's answering this one. That's hilarious. This got the most answers of anyone so far. And almost everybody knew it was Gabe. So, Gabe, there's your shout out. I know you wanted it earlier. I didn't want to give away the quiz question. We've got a couple more coming up. So, the next one, Supreme Gamer. Is it Ilias, Gabe, Jordan, or Holden? Well, I didn't even think about it. These are going to get quite a bit easier as the choices get less and less. So lots of people should be getting these. It'll just be how fast you answer probably is what earns you more or less points. All right. Couple small movements. Next one. And actually, this one might have a typo on it, but you still might be able to figure it out. This is yours. I'm sorry if I spelled it wrong. And it might have even created a wrong word, but still, you should be able to figure it out. There we go. Most people got this one. All right. Now, this is the 4th one. Students, so you should be pretty good at guessing this one now. Based on elimination. Let's see how fast you can get it. I love this username, by the way. It's not John Cena's YouTube channel. All right, almost everybody got it. I got one more final question. If any of you have looked up, man, it's getting close. Zany Chicken has a chance to catch. So does Excited Lion. See if you knew this one. Have you watched Mrs. Clark on YouTube? What are you going to look up for her? She's got kind of a common name, especially her last name. It'll take you a minute to look it up, but what are you going to search? All right. You might not have known that's her full name. All right. Bronze Shark was the winner. So we're going to have to post up on the YouTube channel who it is because everybody's got those friendly names now. So who it is. So who is that? Who is it? All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. I'm going to continue to be posting a regular video every day and then probably going live once or twice a week. It's been a lot of fun. I'm having a real hard time being able to post a video as well as watch all the comments at the same time. And so what I'm going to do is after this is over, I'm going to watch it again and check some of your comments over there. If any of you have questions that are school-related questions, throw them in here now at the end, and I can make sure that I can get back to you as much as I can about those types of things. I really do want you guys all to be logging on to Schoology. If you just look on the Remind app, the website's right there. It's actually warrenwoods.schoology.org. I think it's an org. Check in the Remind app, and it's going to be really good to go on that app or on that website. You're going to log in just like you do on any computer at school with your first initial last name and the 4 numbers, and then 00 and the 4 numbers. Once it's in there for about 24 hours, I can log on and see who's gotten on there. And so I want to be able to do that to add new content. I know that we have our calendar already set up through this week and next week. But in case we do extend or even getting into next week, we're going to be adding content. And so we're going to be adding it to the Schoology. And I want to make sure that we get there. Students, you've been doing awesome. It's been so good to hear from you guys on these comments over here on the side, as well as comments that you guys even post on my regular videos. Feel free to do that. Use those as a sounding board. I know it's not live, but you can even go to any of them and figure out what you want to say to any of the videos, and I'll try to answer those questions. A few of you have had a homework question on one of those, because that's where I detail a lot of the homework that's going out. So hopefully you guys can stay connected to me and know what's going on. A couple of you guys have just been talking over there about missing school and missing each other. Absolutely. Make sure that you guys are going online to some of the stuff that we have too. Go on Prodigy, go on Raz Kids. Those 2 websites that I put in the last video. Go to Shepherd Software. Remember, that was the map games that we played, and it's got so many different topics that you can go on. Go on that Free Rice website. Great way to learn vocabulary, as well as a lot of other things too that you can work on there. And remember that on that Free Rice website, every time you get a question right, it donates 20 grains of rice, which I know is only like a spoonful. But imagine if you did 100 and I did 100 and everybody did 100. And that actually works with it's a worldwide food distribution program that sends food to people that are starving around the world. And so it's kind of cool that you can be learning some stuff while you're helping some other people as well. So check it out. It's called freerice.com. All right. Well, I'm about to log off. So if you guys want to take the last 60 seconds, you guys can throw a goodbye or well wish to everybody that's out there. It's supposed to be really nice again tomorrow. I think it's going to be cloudy, but even a couple degrees warmer than today. So get outside, go biking, go skateboarding, go running, go walking, go do something where you're outside having fun, and keep connecting with each other too. FaceTime, play video games online. You guys can get going what you want to get going. I miss you guys, and I hope things are going well with you and your family. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.